Teaser. Exterior Hellas Planitia, Mars, late afternoon. A circular impact basin with a diameter 2,300 kilometers across, the same distance as Miami to Boston. It's also the lowest point on Mars, 9,000 meters below its rim, the same height as Mount Everest. Otherwise, a never-ending desert of rust-colored ridges, lava tubes, and ancient river flows. Super. Mars, Hellas Planitia, 2062. Rising from this red plateau are three giant columns of steam, completely artificial to this arid planet. Each column emanates from a mining hole, known as a mohole, surrounded by loading docks, terminals, and cranes. For scale, each mohole has a diameter of 400 meters across and is 2 kilometers deep, designed to extract precious metals while simultaneously releasing thermal heat for terraforming. These are the Ares mines. Exterior, bottom of molehole number 2, same. A vision of hell. Like a furnace, steam seeps through the rock walls. Through this mirage emerges a headlamp, then another. Soon, 20 miners appear, each wearing Ares X-suits, an EVA spacesuit with an exoskeleton to lift heavy equipment. Led by an Ares foreman, the miners clamber onto a service elevator. The foreman kills the work lights, leaving the bottom dark. Above, the Martian sky is reduced to a hazy red circle. The elevator accepts the foreman's wrist scan with a green light and lurches upward. Slowly, the elevator ascends to the next platform, past service roads, cranes, and mine shafts that corkscrew their way from top to bottom. A few beats. Once the elevator is out of sight, a headlamp from the bottom turns on. One miner has been left behind. The miner, face unseen, hidden beneath its gold-tinted visor, carries a crate to the second service elevator. Printed on the crate in multiple languages is, "Warning, explosives." The miner uses his wrist scan, but the elevator light remains red. A beat. The miner tries again. This time, the light turns green, and the elevator lurches upward. Exterior platform, mohole number 2, moments later. The elevator arrives to find 2 miners, faces unseen, await, gripping EMP rifles. The first miner nods. They nod back and board the elevator. Together, they continue upward. Exterior rim of molehole number 2, moments later. It's almost impossible to see through the steam, but the 3 miners appear, crossing towards the central crane platform. Perched over the molehole's edge, the central crane is the size of a skyscraper, the nervous system of the entire operation. At its base is the control booth, with the prominent red logo of the Ares Corporation. The third miner opens the crate to reveal mining explosives. The third miner quickly sets a charge against the control booth's door while the first and second miners stand guard. Once set, they step back and... Interior engineer's room, control booth, moments later. Boom! The first and second miner rush through the smoke, EMP rifles raised. A military contractor, designated by the black uniform's Caro Securitas, goes for his EMP rifle, but it's too late. Kapoomf! Kapoomf! The contractor is blown backwards by the miner's EMP rifle. The miners turn their attention to the remaining 2 unarmed Ares engineers who raise their hands in surrender. But the first miner doesn't hesitate. Aims and kapoomf! Kapoomf! The first miner shoots them both dead. Meanwhile, the second miner begins setting explosive charges on the controls. Exterior, tower, central crane, same. The third miner is already setting explosive charges at the base of the mast support collar. Interior, engineer's room, control booth, same. The first miner walks to the bay window overlooking the mohole. It's enough to give anybody vertigo, like staring down into the abyss, an infinite red inferno. A beat, as if the first miner is thinking, or moved, or having second thoughts, or maybe just enjoying the view. Then, the second miner is done. Time to leave. Exterior, rim of molehole number 2, moments later. The trio gather to watch the fireworks. Nothing. The miners glance at each other nervously. The third miner checks the blasting cap, confused. Then, kaboom! The charges detonate. The control booth explodes. With a terrible creaking noise, the crane breaks away from the platform and falls into the mohole. The crane spins, taking lower cranes with it, until it crashes at the bottom. Even in Mars' low atmosphere, the sound is deafening. A plume of red dust erupts from the mohole. Finally, the first miner, Anton Tanaka, 30, lifts his visor to witness the carnage with his own eyes. His face has been weathered by a life spent on Mars. But there's a sparkle of satisfaction as he watches this destruction. Not a madman, but an agent of chaos, the beginning of the end. The other 2 miners lift their visors. The second miner is Chase Segal, 20s, very butch and proud of it, the toughest woman on Mars. The third miner is Remy Guerriere, 40, wild-eyed, the anarchist of the bunch, who truly doesn't give a fuck. Together, the trio escape back into the steam, like ghosts. End of teaser.